Will ChatGPT kill content marketing? This was the first or second question I got asked in the opening minute of a podcast guest appearance I did roughly 2 weeks ago. And that was probably on the premise that for our 30 days in 90 minutes content creation system, that ChatGPT was somehow involved in generating that content. And the reality is, if you went to ChatGPT and ask it for 30 days worth of social media posts, you're going to get that back in less than a minute. So the 90 minutes would be inefficient use of ChatGPT. But the reality is the 30 days and 90 minutes is producing video that's authentic, original, on brand, as well as authority written posts, and it does not use ChatGPT in the process. So I can see where the host was going with this conversation. He was curious about how the system works. But to answer the question, no, it won't kill content marketing. What I find interesting is how companies and brands choose to use it, because you can increase output significantly with ChatGPT, but you can also probably do brand damage by churning out content that isn't engaging, isn't interactive, is duplicated, and isn't original. So think about this. A business decides, hey, let's post 3 or 4 times a day on our platforms to increase visibility because we can use ChatGPT to churn out that much content. But if the audience doesn't engage or interact with that content because it isn't of interest, it doesn't have high value, or it's too repetitive, it's like eating apples over and over again, you're going to get sick of apples very quickly, versus going to a buffet where there's several different solutions that you can lean into at any time that are delicious. You're never going to get sick of having all those different choices in front of you. I think some businesses will kill themselves in terms of their approachability and likability on social media by overusing lazy inputs into ChatGPT. Whereas businesses that can leverage ChatGPT for posts, so ones that probably are less in the educational, informative space, they're in a very easily understood service or solution, they can drive the ChatGPT tool really, really well using the hybrid model with the human putting in the right inputs to get the right outputs, and get some really well crafted and efficient content that's a great fit for their audience, and then making sure that they post it at the right frequency where it doesn't create damage to spamming the newsfeed with content that the same audience is seeing over and over again and are disinterested in which I think the algorithm would punish if these posts keep coming out and there's no engagement, and stop showing it to anyone at all in that case. And then lays in the step, which I think is not too far away into the future, is the verification of synthetic or AI content versus human generated content. And there are platforms like YouTube now that are getting creators to select whether there's synthetic content utilized in their videos, so they can start working out what gets shown to what users. And that's why I'm a big believer in transparency. And I've said this on many earlier episodes. If you're going to use AI to create content, especially if it's written content and it's not your own expertise or value, that's fine as long as you reference that fact. If it's something generic that doesn't necessarily require you to stipulate that, then that's probably fine or okay. But where ChatGPT is great is for things like copywriting and writing emails, sales copy, advertising, job adverts, things that would normally take a lot of time, and refining that by giving it more instruction to give it a certain narrative, a certain voice, and to address key problems that you solve for your target audience, and to also come back with ideas or suggestions, and to catch and pitch models with ChatGPT. So there's certainly many uses for it. And in our agencies, whilst we create authentic and original content by getting the talent, the client to show up and have the conversation on video that we repurpose with, there are some AI steps in that with rev.com where we get the transcription and we use our copywriting process to turn that into written posts for their social media. But the difference is those words that we're repurposing have come out of our client's mouth. So it's not going to be duplicated somewhere on the web where someone's put the same input into ChatGPT and post the same thing that's already out there 100 times online. So there's AI tools that accelerate and speed up our ability to do that. Then we cut the clips, we're able to put the captions and things like that are branded onto the videos to keep them original and authentic and on brand. And it's just a hybrid of using AI for efficiency, for speed, where it would have been a human or manual process back in the day. So you can increase output by still maintaining quality. So I don't think ChatGPT will kill content marketing. I think algorithms will get smart. And if someone's hitting up the newsfeed way too frequently with content that isn't being received by the audience, they'll stamp out that brand. They'll also verify content and see what the audience is responding to. So if people are putting out the AI or synthetic content, that'll get less preference to human generated content that gets put onto the platform, because they're going to cater to what their audiences and users want on that social media, because their goal is to retain them so they can show more advertising to them to generate more revenue for them. So if AI content is lazy, it's not high quality, it's not valuable, and human content is surpassing that and getting a much better result, then that's what's going to get shown on the platform. But if people can use ChatGPT or AI related tools to get content that people respond to at a high level, then naturally they're going to start showing a lot of it. So it's about, for me, it's about looking at how you can get the best of both worlds. How can you keep yourself separate from the vanilla content that's out there in your industry whilst having a human touch, so people connect with the people inside the company and behind the brand, but using AI for that efficiency and that process to speed up. So hopefully that answers the question. Pay attention to it and start seeing how it is influencing what people are writing. For me, I find it very easy to spot ChatGPT related content because a lot of it has the same structure in the way that it's written, and it has a similar narrative unless someone's really helped define the tone and voice to write it in. So I'd say 9 times out of 10, I can tell whether a post has been written by that human, whether it's been done by AI or ChatGPT, or whether it's been a hybrid model, and maybe you can spot it too. So pay attention. I highly endorse doing the hybrid model, so you've got that originality and the human side built in. If you want to see how to do that for free, head to contentonly.au and download the 30 days in 90 minutes content creation system. That'll walk you through the entire process so you can create original content that stands out in your industry and is also from the humans and the faces and the people behind your business and brand. If you've just discovered the show and you're not subscribed or following, make sure you do that so you can catch each episode as it comes out. And if you can leave a 5-star review on the platform you're listening on, that helps more people discover the show.